So how do you think you've gone about making changes in your spending habits? Have you got any examples of how you've changed your spending habits?
Little treats, I guess, not maybe big things, it's just little things. So like, I know me and my housemate used to have a habit, if there's a KFC advert on in between like 5 and 6, we'll go get a KFC. But if there wasn't, then we'll just cook food. And then over, like maybe 2-3 times a month, it's £15-20 that actually, you know, I could spread that out a little bit better. So it's little treats, I'd say, that you do just sort of learn from.
I like to think of myself as quite a laid-back kind of guy, so I think that my circumstances I haven't really kind of forced myself to change, but rather I've kind of followed the ebb and flow of going through the university kind of like journey. And as you like, for example, in first year I used to go out between 4 and 6 nights a week, like religiously. So naturally that stops because, you know, you've got more essays in, you've got harder work to do and stuff like that. So if you really allow yourself to go with the changes, you know, you've got things like second and third year, you move in with people who are your friends, and so you can cook with them a lot more so, and you can you can buy things with them, you know, like say if we see an alcohol deal, to go back to alcohol. Students are going to come across really bad at this, but yeah, you know, you can buy a crate together and stuff like that. You don't have to just kind of spend on your own, and as you were saying before, it is a lot easier to, you know, spend as part of a group rather than on your own. So I think just following the general flow of your kind of transformation through uni, it just automatically makes you a budgeter.
I used to have this thing about shoes and Harvey Nichols. It was my favourite place to shop. Well, I was married to someone, like, you know, money was coming in, I was working, so I was okay. And I just realised buying a top, like a string vest top for £150 was just absolutely ridiculous. And then I walked and I thought, no, I can get a top for £6, like a string vest top for £6, just because it doesn't say Dolce & Gabbana on it, I can still wear it.
Is that something, the unplanned things, that anyone actually budgets for?
I tried to say, you know, I'll have maybe £10-15 in case that someone just says, let's go to the pub, let's go on a meal out. Because sometimes, yeah, these things are spontaneous. But then obviously if you don't do it that week, then you have a bit more money the next week, or you can just spread it out over, okay, I'm going to buy nicer food this week, or plan to go out or something like that.
I think the things that you like, you sort of mentioned alcohol a few times, and clothes have come up as well. I think you've got to have an outlet. You can't literally just confine yourself to, you know, I'm going to survive on food and that's it. You have to have something, but you do need to be careful because, you know, you can swap drinking for gambling, or, you know, just anything really. But I think you've got to have something, otherwise it just, life becomes a bit too tough really.
I think also in terms of the spontaneous things, I'm becoming increasingly aware of the fact that if that does arise, like there's more negotiation now of, okay, we're all having a Chinese, but what we'll do is we'll try and get as many people to have it, and then we can split the cost and it'll work out cheaper, we'll get more food for our money. So the negotiation has kind of gone up a bit more. I'll say, yeah, we can do that, but why don't we go to, I don't know, this theme park because that's cheaper, or should we look to see if there's a deal? I think there are ways of making sure that you can have that spontaneous fun, that you treat it like it should be something that should be budgeted for, and it will help in terms of keeping the balance up.